recording video.
Disclaimer, I am blind, which is why I need voiceover, which is babbling on in the background about how it wants me to stop recording. Well, I'll stop recording when I'm good and ready. I am also using an iDevice, and so if a video is not ideal in terms of picture, well, sorry, but that's what happens when I make a video. Hi everyone, it's Thursday, it's eviction night on Big Brother, it's
Thursday, August 25th, 8:35 p.m.
35, so it's going to be 25 minutes before it ever comes on, which is why you don't hear anything in the background. I figure let me just do this catching up before it even starts. So, Natalie won head of household, and then Michelle was awarded a care package, or sent, I guess, a care package from America. This is something that they're doing this year. I don't think they've ever done this before. At least none of the ones that I've watched. None of the seasons I've watched have they ever done this. Anyway, Michelle won a care package that gave her the power to be co-head of household. She gets to share the head of household perks with Natalie, and she also had to put one of the nominees on the block. So, let's see. I guess, did Natalie put Victor up? I guess Natalie put Victor up and Michelle put Paul up. Because the way it happened was, okay, Paul and Victor were up on the block. And Paul, of course, didn't take it well at all. Paul just went off and big blow up. It was a super stormy veto competition. It was, well, you can watch the previous vlog for that, but it was, they watched weather bulletins for, all night the night before, and then they were supposed to remember what name went in what scenario as they read this script. So anyway, Paul ended up winning that comp. He won the veto, and I'm sure there was no one who watched it, or certainly no one in the house, that realized that Paul had won the veto and didn't expect him to use it on himself. See, when you're in the Big Brother house and you're a nominee and you win the power of veto, you use the power of veto to save yourself. It's what you do. So, as completely expected, Paul pulled himself off the block. And then he said, well, Michelle, I just vetoed your nomination, so you're going to have to put somebody else up. Michelle decided that she was going to put Corey up. So it's now Victor versus Corey. One of them is going to have to go home. Unless Victor or Corey goes into the jury house and then immediately turns around and comes back into the game because he wins this battle back. I don't think it's called battle back. It's called, I don't know what it's called, but it's one of those things. I didn't think this was going to happen this year, but it is, apparently. One of the 4 or 5 jurors that is going to be over there by the end of the night is going to be fighting it out. All of the jurors are going to be fighting it out, and one of them is going to win a chance to get back in the house and back in the game. And now that I've spent probably 5 minutes talking about what's going to happen and what has happened, let's watch and see what does happen. Main question right now is who's going to get evicted, of course. And then I guess we'll see. I wonder if we're going to be able to find out tonight who's going to get back in the house, or is this a lengthy competition and we're not going to be able to find out till Sunday. Of course, if that's the case, we'll probably end up watching 2 comps on Sunday, or is this one of those, well, we'll find out. Now I'm just rambling. We'll find out what happens right around now. Ooh, it just said the jury house exploded when Polly went in, which doesn't surprise me. They're pretty happy that, yeah, I'm watching the jury house thing right now. They're pretty happy that, Polly's actually, I think it's one of these, you're a jerk and we can just let y'all know about it kind of deal. I don't know. Yeah, Polly's just pulling his shit at the jury house just like he did in the BB house, so that's why. That's why the house exploded when Polly came in. I just don't like him. Well, they don't like him. I don't like him. I mean, I did like him before, but then when he became the disrespectful guy that he is, maybe he just kept that side of him hidden until now. But yeah, he's just a. Who's in there now? Day, Zakia. Oh shit. Okay, just stop. I don't have to watch every commercial. Day, Zakia, Bridget, I believe, Polly, and whoever is about either Victor or Corey. I want to see Day or Zakia come back. I wouldn't mind Bridget coming back either. Outright, hands down, let's just be real about it. I do not want Polly going back in that game. Polly just has got dissension going on wherever he goes, so it's like I mean, better to keep that there in the jury house. Of course, there's plenty of that in the regular house too, but still, it's like, okay, I just don't want him back. Of course, I'm gonna pull for Day, but in the long run, as long as it's not Polly, just about any one of the rest of them, I think I would be happy to see go back. Oh, man. This just happened again. Victor's been evicted for a second time. I don't know what I expected to happen, but I think when this happened, it just kind of hit me. Whoa, this just happened again. This has already happened, and now it's happened again. But, you know, you never know what happens. He might end up coming back in the house. I would like to see Day go back, but I also recognize that Nicole's still in there, and I wouldn't want to necessarily see Nicole gone. But I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that Day has to be gone for Nicole to be there, or Nicole has to be gone before Day, or Nicole has to be gone in order for Day to be there. But I know that Day and Nicole had issues up at the end. I mean, Day and Nicole, I do hope Day wins, but if Day wins, I hope that she and Nicole can work things out. If Day does not win, I just hope Polly does not win either. I could Day, Bridget, Zakia, Victor. I'm pulling for any of them. I'm really pulling for Day, but I'm pulling for anyone whose name is not Polly. Now, is there enough room left in this show to see this fight jury fight battle into the end of it, or will it have to stop in the middle of it? See, this is what I was talking about in the Sightless Sunday episode last week. I just saw a commercial. It was just somebody sitting there singing. And I'm going, okay. I mean, they weren't singing. They weren't singing. There's a jingle, and then there's an advertising jingle, and then there's what this is. There's I don't know. There is coming up with a true jingle where you actually sing about the buy this or that thing or item, you'll never regret it. And then there's what that was. What sounded like a ballad, love song, heart-to-heart bonding kind of song. And that's sweet. But am I supposed to know what that was supposed to... What exactly... I've heard that a few times now. What exactly is the advertisement selling? All you're doing is singing to me. Not singing to me, but all you're doing is singing something that makes no sense. As far as I'm concerned, that's like 30 wasted seconds, because for a blind person, it's 30 wasted seconds because you're giving the blind person no idea what you're trying to sell. You really think that'll get us to buy whatever you're trying to sell? Sorry, but I just had to say that. Now back to Big Brother. Again, being blind, I can't really tell how this is working, but there's some kind of there's something going on. They're probably on a moving something, but the idea is they have to stand up there and try not to fall. Obviously, once they are down, they're eliminated. The goal basically is to be the last person standing. If you're the last person standing and you've been in the house since the first day, you're head of household. If you're the last person standing and you came from the jury house, in other words, you're Davon, Zakia, Bridget, Polly, or Victor, you're not only head of household, but you're back in the game. So, we'll see what happens. I was afraid this was going to happen. It's the end of the show. We're going to have to wait until Sunday to find out what happens here. I think someone might have just fallen, but that's one person out of the entire house. The entire 11 of them, is it? There's 6 in there, 5 in that. Yeah, the whole 11 of them. We'll have to watch Sunday and find out. Hopefully I will have some energy by Sunday. Did anyone notice I was just sort of tonight? Yeah, on Sunday we'll have to find out how all this happens. Which juror made it back into the game? Who won head of household, and who are they putting up? Those are all the questions that we're going to have to answer on Sunday, because this show just ended, and pretty much the only question that was answered was who got evicted. So, I hope this wasn't too lame, even for a Big Brother vlog. I don't know how great this was. I hope if you're actually liking what you're seeing, you'll like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next video. Bye.